Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to talk a little bit about Hanukkah. This is the Jewish feast of lights. It happens around Christmas time or the end of November, beginning of December, and it goes for a certain amount of days, 9 days I think it is. And what the whole story about all this is years ago, around 167 BC, the king of Syria, which is now Syria, Antiochus, decided to come down and mess up, desecrate the temple, and mess up all of Jewish religion coming down over into Israel. And so he went over to the temple, took over the temple, destroyed what was over there, worship was going on over there, set up his own altar, and had pork sacrificed, and had all the people eating pork. And if you didn't eat it, you would be killed. Well, some of his officials went over to this one little town, and in Mattathias, it's really a beautiful story if you look it up. And Mattathias went out, and he was called in because he was a leader of the people. They said, no, I'm not. Mattathias said, no, I'm not going to sacrifice to anything like that. Well, one of his neighbors decided, well, I'll go sacrifice and to the pagan god and eat pork. As he was going up there, Mattathias got angry about this righteous anger of somebody going to destroy his religion. So he went up there and killed the guy before he even got to the altar. Then he killed the official, and then those officials' guards that were with him. And he and his sons and his brothers and neighbors went up to the hills, lived over in the caves, and after 3 years, they finally drove the Syrians out of there. They called them the Assyrians, but it was from Syria. And really a beautiful story. And finally, some of the descendants of Mattathias became kings of Israel, and even though they were not related to David, but it was how when they rededicated the temple, there was only 1 day's supply of oil, and so they lighted the candle at the rededication. Well, the second day the candle was still lit, so they lit the second candle, and they lit all 9 candles, and that's why we have the Feast of Lights. It's really a fantastic pro-God story, and it has been coming down for generations to the Jewish people and the Christian people. Thank you very much for watching Plain Truth.